Tonight we have, well, this episode, I say tonight because it's Love, Lies, and Dead Roses at 8:30 at night. But we have my dear sweet cousin, Erica Brooke, not to be confused from my sister Erica Lynn, because somebody recently told my sister that she was tagged in something on Facebook. She's like, I don't have Facebook. And she's like, I think she tagged our cousin. Yeah. So we are both drinking, by the way, just a warning. If you listen
For
to
sure.
the episode with Lexi, by the end of it, both of us were like, "Woo!" And I'm drinking Crown again. So
And I went to my local Cheers bar and had dinner and a couple drinks first. So
see, I don't think we have like a Cheers bar around here, unless you. It's too big of a city.
yeah, so this is the bar that like I worked at and stuff when I was in college.
Yeah, we
So
don't. Oh, I haven't worked. I've
I
worked one
call the
place in
bartender
Wilmington.
Bob. Yeah, no, I call
Oh,
the bartender Bob. Yeah,
yeah, that's a Cheers bar.
for sure.
We're both wearing red.
I know, I love it. This is
We're gingers with
Royal.
red lipstick. That's that
Yeah,
Revlon one you were telling me about?
yeah, the liquid. It's called the like Revlon Color Stay. It's Royal
Ooh.
Raisin. I usually wear Brilliant Bordeaux, but they were out, so I bought
Ooh.
this because it was like the next thing closer.
Is it like a
I
wine
like it.
color?
It is.
Ooh.
I can do wines and reds, and that's pretty much it. Which you would think those are the colors that would not work being a redhead, but it is what it is.
This is the first time I've wore like a true red, and it's more like a pinky red
Yeah.
since I've dyed my
Now,
hair.
the same lipstick I have is called Tomato Top, and it's like a yeah, it's a
Ooh.
red, and I love it. But it's I have to be wearing the right colors and stuff.
That's why I wore black today, because I wanted some kind of color on my lips. And
Hmm.
usually when I wear black, I wear red lipstick.
Yeah,
At least when I was
like
blonde, that's how it was.
yeah, this color blue is pretty safe because it matches my eyes, and then black, and that's about it.
That's about all I wear anyways. Black, white,
Oh
sometimes
no, I
red.
don't wear white. No white for me.
I mean, I always get a stain on it, but I
Yeah, no.
wore white more as a blonde than I do now. It just doesn't go the same as it used to. I'm really
Mm-mm.
learning like the palettes for this hair color. I don't even know what color you'd call this, honestly.
Yeah,
My
mine's I feel like mostly gray at this point.
I have not seen that. My stylist wants to try to match it to like touch it up. She's like, but I really like this color on you.
Yeah, I like that color a lot. Yeah, I don't know what color you would call it, but I do like
Like
it.
it's like rose gold,
It pretty
not
much.
strawberry blonde, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody loves it.
yeah. This
It's
is.
different.
But yeah, you can see my gray coming in here. Hey,
But it looks like
everything.
you have highlights.
It does. Thankfully, it's truly not gray. It's white. I mean,
The
yeah, it's
blessings of a
white.
ginger.
Truly. So I was torn between calling my girl, be like, "Hey, touch it up again," or just letting it go.
Just put highlights in. I think if highlights be so pretty.
Yeah,
Have
sometimes
you
I'll
ever had
just.
highlights?
Mhm.
Okay. I just never know with redheads. Like some of them don't want to touch it because like
Oh no, you never saw my pink and blue hair.
no. You have to send me a picture later.
Yeah, no, yeah. So during COVID, when I was working from home and stuff, not that my job would care anyway, but I had like I bleached my hair and then did it was like pink and blue mermaid hair, and it was so fun.
I've been there.
But
Do
it
you
was
remember
just a lot
that?
of oh yeah, it was just too much to upkeep.
Oh, it is. Oh gosh.
So
And don't ever dye your hair blue.
no, because it's blue for 2 days and then green.
Yeah, and then it's hard to pull out.
Hmm.
That was a really
Yeah,
big mistake on my part.
that's
So,
really. I started getting my hair color matched was from the mermaid hair, and then finally the bleach and stuff grew out, and then the gray set in.
no, what set in was the 30s.
Yeah, no, no, no. What set in was a 3-year-old, a toddler.
That too. Oh, wait till they turn 6 and they tell everybody at school that you're poor and have no money and start getting food sent home to them from kids on the bus because they think their mom is poor and has no money.
See, I don't know because so my child's going to go through the same school system that I went through probably, and they all know who her parents are and where I work. So I don't know how it's going to be for her. It just might be a rough life.
Kids, like, I don't know. When she turned, when she turned 5, I started feeling that fatigue of trying to keep up with her and everything she has going on. And then when she turned 6, it's like she went like, phew. If you know my child, you know she's Charlotte. Anyways, and it's just like because she already talks like a grown adult
Yes.
because she's always only ever been around adults.
Yeah.
And so that's like a struggle within itself because she thinks she's more grown than she is and she tries to input herself into adult conversation, hence her jumping on every episode just about that I've had on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Right. Same. I wanted to record when Scarlett was not with me for the very same reason because there would be no rationalizing with a 3-year-old. So,
Well, I knew I was like giving myself an advantage today because we had our movie marathon, then we went downstairs and she ate dinner and she laid down on the couch with the iPad, so I already know she's out. I'm gonna
yeah,
silently
I
say
love
that.
it.
Especially with this episode, because we're talking about grown up things. I call it grown up things. Because the last time somebody asked her about my dating life, she put me on blast.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
they will. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they will absolutely put you on blast.
I didn't even know she saw us kissing. I thought I had easily like maneuvered like that whole scenario. Like I told them not to talk to each other, everything. And she was at the table eating her food. We were like down the hallway. Disclosure: if you didn't hear the episode, my child put me on blast for kissing somebody.
Yeah. So I've dated one person since leaving Scarlett's dad, and I thought was going to be a super safe choice. Like I've quite honestly known him my entire life. And his whole family knows my whole family, typical small town stuff.
Yeah, your mom told
And
me about all that.
yeah, and it ended up being a really not safe situation that I wasn't prepared for. And thankfully Scarlett wasn't around him much. But occasionally like she'll ask, "Hey, where did he go?" And I just tell her that like he got his job had because of his job he had to move away.
That's the safest
And
bet
because
when
but this is my downfall though. I don't even think about it. I'm a smart ass by nature. And she's like, "Well, where did he move
same.
to?" And I'm like, "Mexico." And is that no? It's not what I should say, but it is what it is.
Oh my! I had to blow up my Kindle because I laughed so hard it shook and it scared me.
But yeah, so
So thankfully, Charlotte only remembers the ex that everybody in my life absolutely fucking hates. That's she doesn't remember him. Sorry, I had to lower it because I was way too high. I didn't like that. Sorry.
I
ADD.
don't right? No, so I don't know if you noticed like well, you can't tell. I'm straight like I'm recording from my bathroom right now because
That's
it's
okay.
truly my favorite. Well, it's my favorite room in the house, and it's not like connected to our HVAC system and stuff. And
Yes,
yeah,
smart.
I've told you about my house. Like
Yeah,
it's
an
it's
antique.
yes, it's 125 125 years old. It is its own entity,
Hate that.
and so the this this room is typically the quietest room of the house.
Hey, that's okay. I'm upstairs, so but yeah, that's like other than I gotta give him a nickname. You know who it is. You don't know who it is. Okay.
Right?
So you listened to the last episode that I mentioned Pretty Eyes.
Yes.
Pretty Eyes is no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had a
See,
feeling after the last weekend.
Yeah, that's what it was. Um, I can't, and it's funny because I used to be a pushover to where like I would just make excuses for people and let them slide, let them slide. But now I'm to the point where I'm going to vocalize things.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is so huge for me, and I can't call him that because he might be confused for somebody else. This person, I've known him since March. Okay.
So that's not too long.
No, but honestly, he's like one of the few people, especially of the male species, that I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I could tell anything to.
Oh yeah.
And, we've had our issues. More like I've had my issues. I don't say nothing because I do care very much so for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was laying in the bed when I was thinking about this episode. I have my little routine that I do, and I was thinking about it. I was like, he truly is the person that, if I were asked today, hell yeah.
Oh shit! I just dropped my phone.
That was funny. I just happened to look up and but he's also the one person other than my ex who's met Charlotte, and Charlotte knows exactly who he is. But she doesn't think that there's something. She calls him my friend,
Right.
and
Right.
she wants to call him sometimes just to talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
She gets
Yeah.
it from me,
So. Oh, it's the truth. It's the
and
absolute like we're done for talking shit. It is what it is.
she gets me, but I feel like part of me, like I was complaining about how like the dating apps were dry. They've just been sitting there, and I think it's my own fault because I can't let go,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't feel right because in the end, the person, like whenever I do match with these people and I do talk to these people honestly, the person that I'm looking for in them is him, and it's not gonna happen. He's very unique, and I think that's
No,
like my biggest struggle.
no, I get that,
Well,
and
it's hard out here.
yeah, well, and we'll talk about it like off air for sure, but like, um, we'll talk about it off air, like the main reason Scarlett's dad and I aren't together, but like, so, I know you really struggle with postpartum too,
I do.
and postpartum, like, it was rough. It damn near took me out too.
It was probably
Like,
one of the scariest things. It wasn't even so much of like that connection with her. I mean, it was really hard because I went back to work 4 weeks PP,
oh,
which
see,
is
well, I'd say six.
insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I thought six was short.
Well, I was
So, I
cleaning.
have
No,
a
I was cleaning
dude.
beach houses 2 weeks after I had her via
Mhm.
C-section. I was cleaning
No,
beach houses.
no, ma'am.
I had to do what I
Well,
had to do.
I can't say anything. I can't say anything. So, yeah. No, you gotta do what you gotta do. For sure. Yeah. But, yeah. I, it took me almost losing my job and having to go to counseling.
It's a lot.
But yeah, so I left my Lottie's dad literally on a Friday night in the middle of cooking dinner. Like, turned food cooking off of the stove and walked out of the house. Like, I was batshit crazy. Like, that's why I was like, no, we need to have this conversation with Dom. Because he was like, no, girls say that they're the problem. I'm like, I'm the problem. Like, and I know I'm the problem. So, like, being crazy and self aware is so frustrating.
I wish Dom deactivated all his social media.
I don't blame him.
Uh,
I mean, I truly don't. Especially, like, in his line of work, it's dangerous to become too popular, so I don't blame him.
and I think that's part of what it was.
Yeah,
Which I have somebody who's checking on him for me,
yeah,
so I am lucky in that aspect.
yeah. But, like, I just remember him saying, like, girls don't say that.
I really like he. So he was on TikTok and talk. Did you follow him on TikTok?
Did not. I honestly didn't even know anything about him until I listened to your episode, and I think he had already been done with his social media was already gone by the time I even started.
So he was on live one day. Oh gosh, I really hope he listens to this because I was dying. He was talking about why did y'all's baby daddies leave you? I said, listen. He said, no, Candice, it's okay to admit you were the problem. I said, honestly, I wasn't, but I'm not about to put this out on your live. You know, Erica, please tell these people I was not the problem.
No, you were not. You 1,000% were not.
I was a victim, if anything,
Yeah,
of
no.
deceit, lies, and manipulation every single relationship I've ever had.
Right. No, for sure. And yeah, when we're off air, I'll give you a little more bit of backstory as to why we're not together,
Yeah.
why we didn't work things out. But truth be told, like he's the best. We love each other so much. We co-parent great. We're the best of friends. And
I gotta be
I
careful.
truly have it so great. So yeah, he's the best.
I love that you recognize. See, I get so sick and tired of like seeing like the bitter baby mama drama
Oh hell no.
and the bitter baby daddy drama, and
Like
like
yeah.
to recognize that you have a really great co-parenting situation. Love it.
Oh yeah. And
That was
like it sucks for him because like he lives in a hotel in another state sometimes, like most of the week, and it sucks for
but
him.
he's working.
Right? Yeah, it's not his fault.
Yeah. See, like if he was
But
just
you know,
out
we're in
staying in hotels,
no. We're like in constant communication. Like yeah, it's the best.
that is very, 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 very important. My watch just went off. Oh my god.
What?
Guess who replied to my story on Snapchat?
Who?
Pretty eyes.
Oh Jesus Lord. Mm,
That is so funny to me. I knew that was going to happen because it was a really great picture of me.
don't you love it?
You know what? That's
So like,
what why
what is your dating situation right now?
occupied pining over someone who I don't know. He says he's not ready to date right now, but when he says that, I hear I don't want to date you.
Oh, yes, 100%.
And he says, no, that's not what I'm saying. He's saying, I've got all this shit going on. Plus, I can't reveal too much because it'll tell who it is. God bless
Right.
America.
No, it
Y'all
was
don't worry
funny.
about
So
who
I
it
had
is.
I had a conversation with a couple of people. I'm like, so I'm doing this and I'm gonna bring you up. So like, do you want me to, like, I'm gonna use a code name just because for like many reasons to protect myself and to protect you.
I,
But
I
yeah,
am currently in a relationship with myself.
amen. Like, I'm just trying to be better me, a better mom.
That part. I'm trying to, I don't know, I have a lot going on with this podcast too, and then my job. My job, I love my job. Don't get me wrong, people out there. I love what I do. I've told you that, Erica. I love what I
Yo,
do.
girl, you
But
preaching to the
bro,
choir sister.
2 weeks, I have just wanted to bang my head against a wall
I'm
to wake
telling you.
myself up from the nightmare that I've been dealing with.
I'm telling you, I am blaming the celestial shitstorm that we're having. All this magnetism, whatever, the comets, meteor showers, the extra happening in the cosmos. Because, like, I mean, you know what I do for a living. And, like, it has been on another level of up here. And I'm like, look, y'all,
But you
Miss
know what?
Erica
It's been
didn't
great for
sign up
my
for this.
kid. It's been great for my child's been this week has been just so she was so good. She went to work with me yesterday and she was
Mm-hmm. You want
so
to know the
good.
conversation I had with Mama this morning? Because Mama and Papa asked to keep Scarlett last night. I'm like, yeah, y'all go ahead. We going to the game. My best friend's son is playing varsity football this year, so we went to and it was the homecoming game last night. So Scarlett and I went to the football game, and so I took Scarlett to my grandparents' house, and so this morning, we had like our local town like fall festival. It's called Mountain Days, And so we all met up at Mountain Days. But before I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she's like, I don't know why you say you can't get anything done with Lottie in the house. And he's like, oh, oh, enlighten me, please, by all means. Because,
I love
mom,
your
she's like,
mama.
well, that's what 3 kids. And I'm like, 3 kids. That means you had 2 other kids to occupy your one kid. All I got is me to occupy my one kid.
Literally.
She was like, I was putting clothes away in Papa's closet, and she had all the shoe boxes out of my closet. I'm like, uh huh. No, do you understand why I tell you that I have done a full day by 7:14 a.m. every morning?
It's funny because my mom's like, I raised 4 kids by myself. And I'm sitting like, bro, you had me and Erica taking care of the boys while you did like
You had other
I'm
kids taking care of
sure.
kids for you. No, 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 no.
Two
It was a
didn't count.
turtle. Yeah, I got a turtle and a dog. Oh, Shelby in her tank, and Max limping around, God knows where his old fat self is, all old
I
and
love
full of
it.
cancer. Like,
Bless
nah,
him.
well, I'm just
See,
saying.
When Bill had cancer, man, it got to a point where I couldn't take the smell. I would not. I couldn't do it.
No, so mom and I agreed, like when it comes to the point where it's that, like we're done. We're
That's
cutting
where
our
we got.
losses.
I looked at
He's
mom.
living his life.
I said, Mama, I said, it is time. She stank.
And
We really.
we got all prepared and stuff because he was limping real bad. So we got all prepared. Like, oh God, the tumors are got in his bones and stuff. No, his old fat self done torn a ligament. The tumors are fine. He's fine. He just tore
The
some
tumors are
ligaments because he's
thriving,
old
and
and
so is he.
yeah, the tumors are thriving himself. He's just old and fat, tore some ligaments.
I feel really morbid for saying that. Listen, we both listen. My dog died from cancer in February, just as a disclaimer, okay? I've been down this
Well,
route with a it was our family dog. She was like 12, 13 years old.
same with Ace Boogie in November.
Like we've been
It was like we had just found out like a couple weeks before that he had cancer, and it was
if
like
it's
boom, bam, bam, wham, man. I woke up next to my dead dog in bed beside me one morning and had to drag his dead ass down the stairs in my comforter because he was fat. I couldn't carry him. So I sat him in my comforter and carried him down the stairs and laid him in the dining room under our Christmas tree. And God bless, I couldn't get him out the house. And Scarlett, it was like 1 something in the morning. Scarlett was asleep. I couldn't do, there was like nothing I could do. So the next morning, thank God, I have truly the best, I live in the best neighborhood. And I'm like across the street, and my next door neighbor's coming. I'm like, yo, is your husband up yet? And she's like, not yet, but he's about to. Be like, so this is what happened. And she runs in the house. So he comes over, carries my poor dead dog out of the car, and puts him into my car so I can take him to the vet to have him cremated and stuff. Like, it's such a hot mess. And then I go to work and take Lottie to the center, take myself to work, and I'm just like, it's been a day.
listen. So I was at work when mom decided to take her to the vet and have her quality of life checked, and I do that because I know what her quality. There was no quality. She literally
Right.
just laid there all the time. Like we had to bring the food and water over to her because the tumor was on her leg, outside her leg. It was fucking massive,
Oh
okay?
yeah,
And
See, at
it
least
stunk so
At
bad.
least Ace Boogies were inside, so like we literally didn't know.
Yeah. So
He
I
just
was
got
at
like real
work and
bloated one day. Truthfully, I thought he had eaten another diaper because he ate one of Scarlett's diapers one day and it blocked his stomach. And like I thought my dog was about to die, but no, I just had to pay $2,000 for them to pull a diaper out of his guts and sew him back. Yeah. So and then we bought all locking trash cans because he had knocked the trash can over in my bathroom and gotten into it. It wasn't like the diaper was out for the masses. It was in a trash can.
just as a
But
disclaimer.
yeah, but 70 pound, and my bathroom door was closed, but 70 pound pit bull in his massive head just knocked doors open and things.
Yeah.
in a 100-and-something-year-old house that's not square or level or anything. So yeah. After that, we bought all walking trash cans in our house. Lesson
I don't
learned.
blame you. So I was at work and my new mom was taking her to the vet and she started sending me videos of them putting her down. Yeah, I mean, I was okay. Like, I was okay. I was sad. Like, I was upset. It's because I was there when we put Paget down.
Yeah.
And she felt bad because, I wanted to be there. But the vet was like, it's time. Like, this is the best
Yeah.
option. And,
Well,
so hold on. You're going to die. You're about to lose your shit. So she has to run and make it in time to pick Charlotte up from school after they put her down. And they had her in the back of the car. They put her in a body bag with angel wings on it. And Charlotte got in the car and she's sitting there. She goes, "What's that smell?" Mom was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, Charlotte," because she hadn't told Charlotte yet that Bill died. And she goes,
yes.
sort of God. And Mom's like, I don't smell nothing, Charlotte. And she goes, "Are you sure? Because it really stinks in here."
I got the COVID. I can't smell nothing.
And they get to my mom's house, which is like right by the school, but they had to wait for the pickup line. And they get in the car, or they get out, and Taylor pops up to the truck, and Charlotte walks around. She goes, "Well, what's that?" And Taylor goes, "Oh, that's Belle." And Charlotte's looking like, and Taylor's like, "Yeah," because Taylor's autistic.
So he's
And
it is what
he
it
don't,
is.
yeah.
It's black
He
and
was
white.
telling, and Mom's sitting there like panicking, like, "Oh." And she goes, "So are we gonna bury her today?" "No, we're gonna bury her tomorrow." And Charlotte's like, "Well, where are we gonna put her?" "In the storage room." When I tell you, Charlotte kept going out there and talking about, "It's okay, Belle. We're gonna bury you tomorrow." But you know what? Charlotte went out there the next day because I think this happened on a Friday. No, I was at work. This happened on a Thursday. They buried her after school on a Friday when the sun started cooling down. And Charlotte was out there. "All right, Tay, you need to make it a little bit deeper." "Bill, I'll make sure you're comfortable. Don't worry." "Tay, you need to make it deeper." "It's not long enough, Tay. Being a funeral director. And Charlotte's morbid anyways because we had a death in the family last year of a child. And I had to tell her this, that this child had passed away. And Charlotte became obsessed with death. Like, well, does dying hurt and stuff like this? And she would tell people that her dad
I
died.
mean, why not? Did he not? I mean, essentially he did. Why not? Who's gonna know any different?
But other than that, she hasn't really. That was the first death she ever experienced, like
Right.
in front of her. And she handled it surprisingly well. Like, it was kind of weird. I think me showing her horror movies her whole life just was so beneficial to her because she handles like horrific things very well. This is a very interesting night. I'm just gonna sip my drink. Oh yeah, sorry I'll be hearing shit. But I know it's dogs. Like, I have to remind myself because I'm
Mm.
paranoid.
No, see, I know in my house that I can tell the difference between the dogs and the not dogs, and I was going to say
Not dog.
86% of the time, especially since Ace Boogie died, 86% of the time it's not dogs. Because at this point, Max is old, fat, lazy, and full of cancer too, so he ain't moving unless he has to.
Erica Brooke, I love you, but I'm saying my mom and papa's.
But yeah, so, I live in a small town. I mean, everybody knows everybody.
I ran
It,
away from that.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm down here in the trenches. So, I was
You
getting a
took me to a
pedicure.
bluegrass festival. Okay, that just shows you
Yeah.
how deep in the trenches you are.
Did I keep both my shoes during that bluegrass festival?
I can't remember. We
Because
ended up
that's
at a
what I'm
truck
known.
stop.
Yep, that's par for course. There we go. I'd like to say much has changed, but it hasn't. But so yeah, I was getting a pedicure in like one of the local nail salons, and the realtor who I've known of course, I've known everybody my entire life, and those who I haven't known my entire life, I've known their entire life because I'm old now. So it's
Excuse me.
lovely. And the realtor, one of the realtors who, so let me emphasize, small town. The real estate agency we bought our house from is two people. So the other realtor, yeah. So
They got a
the other
monopoly on
realtor,
that place.
right? Well, no. There's more real estate agencies in town, but just that particular agency is just the
Oh.
two.
Is it husband and
So
wife at least?
no. They're just two good friends. And mom has been friends with these other two ladies forever. I happen to call one of them not by her first name for the majority of my life. I called her by cuss mouth, and I love her, and she is the best. But not cuss mouth, but the other one was in the nail salon, and she's like, "Yeah, Erica, it has a lot of personality." That's the real estate agency describes.
They were too close to Halloween. I can't wait till next week.
Oh, it's always Halloween in the house. What are you talking about? It's so literally always. It's
I'm gonna
always
bring
Halloween.
some sage and some holy
It don't.
water and
You can't help. Can I hold on? You see this bird sage? It don't
oh
help.
my god.
Yeah. I have candles of all sorts, and the windows and doorways are salted. Like, yeah, there's a drawer full of of
You know what this
multicolored
makes me
candles
think
for
of?
different purposes.
So, okay, were you following up on the what's in the rug?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you seen what she did?
No, maybe I'm not
She
as
called
caught up as I thought.
psychic medium.
Oh, see, no, I'm not that caught up then. Which
Let's
one?
I don't know. He had a New York
Oh,
accent.
okay. Was
I
it
don't
a
remember what his
girl?
name was. No, it's a boy.
Oh, okay.
He was
So
adorable.
like I'm a ghosty girl. Like I've loved all the ghosty shows and stuff like my whole life. So like there's a specific medium that I absolutely love. Do you know Chip
Tyler
Coffee?
Henley. Oh, no.
No, Chip Coffee. He's older. He's the one that did the Psychic Kids show. But like I kid you not, like early 2000s, he did this show called like Paranormal State, and then he was on like Kindred
Oh, yeah.
Spirits,
Okay, hold on. Speaking of
and like
paranormal, okay. You're speaking my language now. Since the spooky season. Okay. Do you
yeah,
watch Ghost Adventures?
some of it, but like Bagel. Okay, so I listened to this other podcast, and I've talked to you about them before, and they call
This
him
is about
Bagel
their
Bites.
drink?
Right? No, yes. And they called they called ZB Bagel Bites.
You can
So
say his
that's kind
name.
of what I'm. But
Okay,
they call Zach Bacon's Bagel Bites, and so that's kind of what I've started calling him too.
when I watch that, all I can say is poor Aaron.
Right? And they're just kind of mean. Like I don't
It's
like.
all he's
I watch
always a
it.
pain.
Yeah. So, did you ever watch Ghost Hunters? Like the OG Ghost Hunters with Taps?
The plumbers?
Like yeah. So they were always my favorite, but I guess like my favorite, and I love the Ghost Brothers. Did you ever watch them? They're from Atlanta. It's three friends from Atlanta, and they're called the Ghost Brothers, and they are so funny. I love them. But like, I love Kindred Spirits because it's Amy Bruni and she was on Ghost Hunters, and the co-host
Oh
of the show
yeah.
was too, and like they were oh my god, Adam is his name. Adam, I want to say Barrett. I can't remember. But he was like the Ghost Hunters Academy way back in the day. But they get Chip on their show too, and like I love it. But they don't have any new seasons. I'm all caught up. So
I
I'm all kinds of.
remember when Ghost Hunters went to the Battleship North Carolina, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yes.
that's
Right,
and then I was just
right. That's the
fangirling.
first battleship I remember going on when I was a kid.
Yeah, I went there as an adult. I'm gonna tell you, the missiles are really hard to squeeze through these days.
But yeah, no, we
I don't
need
know
to
if it's
go on a
changed.
ghost hunt one day.
So
Other than in my own
20.
house. Have you seen the ghost picture from my house?
No, I don't want to, because then I definitely won't stay.
So Scarlett wasn't
I
even a
will
year
not.
old
I will be
yet.
sleeping in your bed or Connie's bed.
Not in Connie's bed because this is the room she sleeps in. Is where it happened.
Oh hell no! I'm not sleeping in Connie's room.
I moved rooms. I moved back to my old room was connected to the bathroom. And also because, I had popped out a very large child and I needed to be closer to the bedroom at night. But no, yeah, Scarlett was not even a year old yet, and she kept looking into the corner, and I would like turn her head, like do this number, make her look at. She would go back. So I'm like, I've seen this show before, so I got my camera and click, 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 and each picture was different. And the third picture is a whole black shadow, and it's like this. Like, I'll find it and send it to you.
Do you want to know why I don't like doing ghost shit? You want me to tell you why? Let me tell you about the mistake I made when I was 14 years old.
You did that Ouija board. See, no.
See,
Mm-mm.
the Ouija board kept pointing to my brother,
Well, see,
Caleb. No, Zachary.
yeah.
Zachary was asleep on a couch, and they kept pointing to him. And Zach's like,
Well,
"You don't leave me alone." And we are like, and my mama was holding a cigarette, and it lit up like somebody was drawing her head. I can't.
and see,
Mm-mm.
see,
I,
Mama's family's from like deep South Carolina, so she grew up with like some weird stuff, weird
well, what?
traditions and stuff and then I grew up right here in
Mm,
the middle of I grew up right here in the middle of the Appalachians. Like my town's on the Appalachian Trail,
yeah.
so like we got some weird shit going on here. So I have a lot of protections around my home. We have brooms and bird feeders. Like, ain't you got to count some shit before you get in my doors. My porch is blue. Like, we don't look
Mm.
in trees. We look at trees. We don't whistle at night. We,
You know, you're not supposed to knock on wood either.
no, you don't. You do not ever, especially after
A,
dark.
a lot of people don't know that you're not supposed to knock on wood. Like
Yeah, no.
when you like knock on wood, like don't do that because
Mm-mm.
you're knocking the door to let the people in from the other side, guys. Just to let y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get my friend. She is a tarot reader and she is very knowledgeable about some stuff. And I also have a friend who is a Norse Wiccan.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'd like to get them on because and this is the thing about me. If people hadn't figured out, like, I'm a very open-minded person. I love learning about stuff like this. I may not do it, but I am intrigued by it and I love learning. I dated a
Mm-hmm.
Norse Wiccan.
Hey,
Wizard? Wicca?
whatever.
Whatever the guy
I mean,
version
like
is.
I told you, like I have bones and things, and I have a various colorful candle collection,
I
and
want to show you something. I gotta show you something. Well, one of my somethings. But just for the simple fact that it's you, I feel like I need to show this to you. Because of who we are. You and I are a lot alike. Out of the whole
oh,
family, I feel like
absolutely,
we're the most alike.
we are. And I also think I love it. Oh, I love it. But it's we're the first daughter, first everything of our generation.
We are
So
also the single parents of the grandkids.
yes, which I will say, you are a like solo parent. I can say, Scarlett's dad's very there and present, so I'm very different from you in that aspect. I can't say I'm a solo parent. I'm a single parent, not a solo parent.
Parent that's single.
Yes,
I'm
and
not
I'm
married.
very thankful,
Struggling. I wish I
and
could
I
file for child
do
support in
like,
Mexico.
oh gosh, and see, and so the thing was with Scarlett's dad and we don't have any custody agreement. We don't have any. I don't get child support. But if I say, hey, we're going to do this, I want this, he's like, okay, how much do you need? What do you need? And it's there. So like,
I wish.
I don't see there's no need. We get along so well. We're such good friends. There's just not a need for it. And he
Yeah.
struggled so much. So Scarlett has two older brothers. One's like, he graduated this past year, so he's like 19 or so. And like, so he works for his dad now. So, Lottie's dad he's not a
Older.
lineman. he's not a lineman, but he builds like 5G towers and stuff. He brings you your internet. Um, I joke with him all the time and tell him like the world literally does revolve around him because he provides the internet and we could not survive without him.
Shout out to her dad for this podcast.
Right? Yeah, for real though. So, but unfortunately the downside of that job is his company,
Being
he works for a very small local company, but that company is contracted out to buy bigger companies like Samsung, Verizon, whatever. So he works out of town 5 to 6 days out of the week, you know. So, well, there's that.
Shell's
But
dad
the good
said,
side of
"Toodles,
but
America."
it's yeah, no. But they're very they video chat and stuff, and then when he's home he's very active. He gets her or whatever whenever he can. But the
That's
best
good
part of
though.
that is like she's our child, but she's also my child. Like I don't feel the need. I just like, hey, and of course I always run things by him because I respect him.
Yeah,
Like, we went to the beach for vacation for a week. I'm like, hey, we're doing this. Like, is this cool with you? Not that he would ever tell me no, but we try to be respectful of each other.
I have a question. Would you ask
Yeah.
him before you let her meet a man?
Yes, because I did it the first time and I regret it. Not ask him, not no, see, not ask him, but I would just let him know. I would give
Yeah,
him a heads up because when she does spend time with him, she's going to talk about him. Like our child is chatty Cathy.
same.
So like her dad has a girlfriend and like they live together and she's super sweet. Like we're great. I'm not going to reveal her actual name, but
Yeah.
Lottie calls her Mario, and obviously her dad doesn't correct it because it's hilarious. And I kind of fussed at him about it, and he's like, "Why would I correct that? That's freaking hilarious." And I'm like, "Okay, you're right, whatever." So she's Mario, whatever. It's funny.
That is so cute though.
Yeah, it's adorable, and she's so good to Scarlett.
I don't. I'm to the point where, like, I'm very back and forth with myself about whether or not I would date someone with a kid because, for one, when it comes to parenting, we're going to be very, very different.
Hmm.
And then, like, I know there'll be a competition for attention, and, plus, like, is their baby mama like cuckoo banana nutcase? So, like, that's part. I'm not saying it's completely out of the woods for me because Pretty Eyes has a great co-parenting relationship. Um, just as an example, and he's a wonderful father. Really shitty in other places, but
Well, and the thing is good parent does not always equal good partner, and that's okay.
yeah, and it's perfectly fine. I don't think we
Yeah,
have that compatibility. I don't know. It's
yeah.
up in
If
the
you
air.
have to be one thing, at least be a good parent.
Hey, that's a win. That's the
You
one
know?
thing I wish people would really focus on because I feel like people lose sight of their kids. And now, granted, for me, like being that I am mom and dad all in one, sometimes I need my little break. Like I told you last week, like I needed a break, and it's not necessarily a break from being a mom. I just needed some time to myself.
No, I get that because with Lottie's dad working out of town all the time, I don't get that break real often.
Yeah, and
When
it's
he is
just
home, just because he's home from Friday and Saturday, it doesn't mean he's not working. He still has jobs locally that he has to do. So, unfortunately, with the weather and stuff we've been having, I was very thankful, very, very thankful when my dad and stepmom picked Scarlett up today. Let's just say that.
so. Did he have to go down to Asheville at all?
He did not. But we did have some like localized flooding and stuff. And, I mean, your grandparents, my aunt and uncle, they had some flooding and stuff at the lake. Oh man, speaking of summoning demons, guess who just sent me a message? The father himself. No, he's not a demon. I truly do. I love him to death. He is truly the best.
We talk him up.
But
Ooh.
so he had to do some work because all of the internet and stuff at the lake is his internet. So yeah.
So let me ask you a
So
question
that's
then.
been keeping him busy.
In your area, do you have those "Are we dating the same guy" groups?
I love them. I
Oh,
am
I'm
obsessed. I'm so not involved, but I love the talk. 100%.
banned.
Like I'm so not involved because like I'm so, like when I mean
Oh,
like
I got
I'm
involved.
not dating, like I'm not on Tinder. Like I've deactivated my Tinder account. Bumble doesn't exist. Like, and I could turn them back on because why not? But it's just like, do I really want? I'm just lazy at this point.
Involved because one of my best friends was posted, and it's funny because one of the rules in those groups is no bullying, no this, no that.
Definitely don't share with the dude.
And
You know, sometimes it's
because
necessary
they were
because it
dragging,
gets to be bitter.
hey, they were breaking the rules too. So how come they didn't get banned? The things that they were saying
Right.
about him, first of all, if it's something that happened years ago, I feel like it does not apply because people do change.
Absolutely. Don't
And they
even
gave
think
him no credit, no
person.
no leeway to, whether what they said was true or not. They gave no credit to him being a changed person, and they destroyed a potentially wonderful relationship for him. And you know what? If you know me, Erica Brooke, tell them what I'm going to do. When it comes to the people I love, what am I going to do?
Well, you're going to tell the truth, first of all. Even if it's not exactly what we want to hear, you're going to tell the truth.
I've upset people the truth in our family in the past, but I
Exactly.
end
And
up
that's
being
why,
right.
well, and that's another reason why you and I get along so well and we're on that same level because it is what it is.
Oh,
I
I
might
forgot
not
you were
like
there
it,
for one of those.
but it is.
You were
Exactly.
there
Like
for
it
one of
is what
those
it
moments.
is. I mean, yeah. You know, you and I feel like we're very much those, it is what it, whether we like it or not, it is what it is.
I'm gonna call it like I see it.
Exactly. If I don't like it, so what? I don't like it, but okay.
I and you know what? I'm not gonna come at a person, but I am that person that uses social media to call people out because if you feel like it's about you, it is about you.
Mhm.
I know you've seen it on my social media. Okay,
Mhm.
by
I
the
mean,
way,
if I triggered you for a reason. So let's talk about it.
if what I say on this podcast about you, whether so be it I use names or not, the platform is yours. Down I go.
Right. So you're also so the furniture you're being propped up on currently is Mama's grandma's chest of drawers that I've inherited. So
This is
you know
telling
it's a
y'all got
little
ghosts.
like every piece of furniture in my house is
An antique.
older
That's.
than the house. Yeah,
Did you not
exactly.
watch Annabelle?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you didn't know.
That's my next question. Did you not learn from Annabelle?
Yeah.
We don't. Okay, that's one thing I do not allow. I have one doll, and she's in storage right now. But the only reason why I have that doll is because my grandma gave it to me before she died. But when I do have the doll in my possession, she's packed up somewhere.
So when I go to my mom and papa's tomorrow, I'm gonna send you a picture of the doll in Catherine's closet. It's so funny until I forget that bitch is
No,
in there. And I walk in and I'm looking for like one of my old like wonky coats that I've had since high school or something that I'm going to go look in some random ass closet for. And then that doll with its like no fucking eyeballs. Look at
I'm not okay.
you. The best part is it's right next to an OG Raggedy Ann doll. So I'm like, this demon and its friend Annabelle. I see you. I see you.
So when you come down, let's go to the Museum of the Bazaar.
Yes.
They got one here in Wilmington.
I love it. See, all we have is a ghost tour.
The what?
And so, I mean, you know, like where I live is old as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, our colleges are known for why or Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson teaching at them. Like, I mean,
Tell me it's old without telling me Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson.
that's what we're in for. Like, it's I mean our colleges are Washington and Lee and Virginia Military Institute. Like that's what it is. So oh God. And so I very rarely go out. You know that. So I dropped Scarlett off and I was like, I'm freaking starving because I dropped Like, I met my dad and stepmom about halfway. You know how that goes. And so I came back home and I was starving. I'm like, fucking A. It is Parents Weekend at Washington and Lee. Which, why
That's a
it's a
good time to go
small,
find some dads.
no, it's not.
Don't listen to me. I'm drinking.
I wish. I wish. I wish.
I feel like you and I
Yeah.
drinking together, we would be menace to society.
Oh God, it would be great. So honestly, depending on what time we finish recording, there's a possibility I may go back to be a menace to society.
I encourage it. I'm not going nowhere.
But yeah, so it's Parents Weekend at Washington and Lee, which is like a super small liberal arts frou-frou Southern college that also has a law school. And then it's like one campus runs into the other is Virginia Military Institute, VMI, right? Virginia Mill.
That's where I need to
And
go.
no, it's not. It's almost, they smell like wet dog season.
I'm fucking dead.
No, 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 no. And I say that because and it's honestly my favorite VMI season because they wear their winter blue wool, but they wear their white pants. And I just love that combination. Yeah, girl.
See, I'd
Also, I'm
be
too old to even
feral.
worry about it. But
Listen,
it's all wool, so when it gets the slightest bit of moisture, it smells like wet dog. So when I was working at the bars and stuff downtown, and there's like 50 of them lined up, and it was raining outside, it just smelled like wet dog everywhere. So yeah,
I think I just
but
drank
no. So
Chris
I went
Brown.
to yeah. So I went to my Cheers bar this afternoon, McAdoo's, and I happened to be sitting beside two female cadets. They were upperclassmen, first years, because they had three little gold places on their arm or their shoulder thing. And yeah, they were like, yeah, no, fuck that social shit. We don't like it. And I was like, vibe check, y'all pass. It
I
was
like,
great. It was like two VMI people, me, the townie, and then two Washington and Lee people. And I was just like, well, if this isn't my hometown in a nutshell.
you know what's funny? So, speaking of like, history and stuff, Charlotte's how we got on the topic of presidents. And I won't touch too deep. I save that for off camera.
Right.
I like starting a pod on social media. It's fun. Anyways, so she was like, "Well, mommy, who was the first president?" I said, "George Washington." Oh, I know how we got on teeth. I was like, "He's the reason why you need to brush your teeth." And she said, "Why?" I said, "Because his teeth were made of wood." She goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, when did he die? Is he dead?" I said, "Oh, he's way dead, baby. Like he's dead, dead." And she was like, "Well, dang, where's he at?" I said, "Well, I've been to his grave." She goes, "No." I said, "Yeah, I went to his house and
Mm-hmm.
his slave quarters and they had everything out there." She said, "Well, mommy, what's a slave quarter?" I said, "You know what? We'll have this discussion when you're 11."
Like it truly to have
I
that conversation in the capacity that they can understand they have to be older. Brains have
Yeah.
to be developed to a certain point where they can understand.
And she's
So
like,
like
"Okay."
I don't
Yeah.
know about you. Um
Well,
I was an
my
American I was an American Girl doll fanatic. Like I got an American Girl doll for like every holiday growing up. And the books and all that shit. It was dumb. Like I'll next time I'll send you a picture. I still have all of them, like the whole Pleasant Company bullshit set. They're still on the shelf at my grandparents' house in their original clothes with their original
well, they're
hairstyles
more inclusive now.
and have the books. Right. But like I have like before Mattel took over, I have the Pleasant Company set. But like I remember reading the Addie books and she was a slave. Like my world.
With Charlotte, there's a lot of conversations that I would have to have with her at an older age, like what her ethnicity is. Because if you tell her she's Mexican, she's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Bro, but you are. You're half."
Well, I mean, yeah, but
But she's
I
like,
mean,
"Candice, you can't explain it to her that way. You just tell her she's American." Because
right. Yeah, she's
she's like,
American.
technically, she's not because she was born in America. She's Latina. Well, no, she's
Right.
not even Latina. She's Hispanic. That's what the class. I was. I I find myself on some rabbit holes, and I found myself on a rabbit hole of classifying if someone is Latino, or Hispanic.
Oh gosh. I mean, I bet you would just because like that's kind of like pertinent information to you.
Yeah, I don't know how I go. TikTok must know me.
ADHD, ADHD.
My current,
Is
uh,
yours medicated or not? Okay, because so the problem with my doctor is my mom and I go to the same doctor. And so like mom talks shit to my doctor about me. So then when I go to the doctor, nothing I say is valid. So I've literally got to find a new doctor
I
because for the
about to
past like 10 years, like I'm not joking, I hobbled in pain for over a year before my doctor would give me a physical therapy reference after having scar because like I don't know why. She's just that way. And I'm not one of the well, truly because of my job and I'm constantly exposed to germs, I don't get sick that often. So I don't really think about switching my doctor until I need to go to the doctor.
Is that
I'm
why
like,
I
I
get
gotta
sick
see
all the time?
you,
Is that why
maybe.
I,
I
I
tell you,
always get
I
sick?
never got sick. Because, like, I've been working with schools and in schools since 2011. So the first time I got sick again was Mother's Day, around Mother's Day of 2022 is my first Mother's Day. And I got norovirus and I thought I was going to die.
I went
But
to the hospital for
I had,
that.
I had, like, Scarlett was crawling. She wasn't walking yet. Like, Lottie was crawling around, and I remember laying on the floor in my mom and papa's living room, and she was like smacking me, like, Mama, Mama, because she's like, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So she's like 9 months old at best right now. So she's like, crawling around. She's slapping me, and I'm just like, but it was because like we had just taken masks and stuff off at work.
So
I
everybody was
had
open.
right now, whatever. I feel like my immune system is, I don't take sick days from work. I don't feel like going to work days, so I'm calling in sick days.
Well, I have an autoimmune disease,
I
so
genuinely don't get sick. But, I mean, for 8 hours a day, I'm sneeze, coughed on, get boogers wiped on. I'm I'm toileting, I'm doing everything, I get spit on, everything. So it is what it is.
you know what's crazy?
And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. That's just a fact of my job. And I love
Well,
my job.
I know you love your job.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is my aunt, your cousin,
Yes.
she and I have the exact same health problems. It's like staggered when because we both have the psoriatic arthritis,
Mhm.
and we both have sacroiliitis.
Mhm.
We both have migraine disorder.
Yep. Oh, I got that too. That's a Matthews. I swear that's a Matthews thing.
It has to be.
I was spared. Thankfully, I was
My
spared
mama
from the skin, from the arthritis and stuff. But the migraines, I get.
flared up so bad today. I laid on the couch most of the day because I could not walk because mine affects my tendons, and like my ankles get so stiff I can't, it hurts to walk. Like
Oh,
it's,
God, I can only imagine like the migraines in combination with the psoriatic arthritis. Like I can't even imagine.
and then I have, so what I did was I took some olive oil and I put it in a bowl and I stuck it in the microwave for 30 seconds and I massaged it into the psoriasis part. And
Mm.
that took care of the stiff skin. I think that's something I'm gonna start doing because I don't want to take immunosuppressants. That's initially
Mm-mm.
like really the only way you can even do anything unless you take steroids, which steroids are an immunosuppressant. It's anti-inflammatory
Right.
immunosuppressant.
But like you and I are and so it's 1,000% different situation. But when I got hurt at work, like in April, after I saw the surgeon for my knee, they prescribed me prednisone. I'm like, no, I'm not getting that filled. Are you? I got it filled, but I never took it. It was like $4 and some change. But like I never took any of it because I am an absolute psychopath on a good day. Can you imagine me on prednisone? No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Like,
I
there
feel
was no way. And so then when I went back and I told it, I was just honest with him, like, no, I didn't. I was like, no, I did not even take the prednisone because, like, this is how I am. I'm like, I get so overstimulated. I'm like, people take it as anger, but it's like, no, I just need, like, to be quiet for a moment so I can calm down, gather my thoughts, and proceed. Like, I just have so much coming at me. I just need to be able to sort through it for a second. Like, just give me a
so.
second and I'm good. Which you understand that 1,000% because I feel like you're the same way.
I am.
But the people
When I get
use it with
overstimulated, I
anger,
rage.
but right, it's not like it's anger. It's like just everybody be quiet. Give me literally 36 seconds to get my thoughts in order, and we'll be good. Just give me a minute. But then, like, I don't know how it is it, but with me in my house growing up, like, you breathe too hard. Like, what's your, are you mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm literally just breathing.
Well, you also know, like, the shit that I had to deal with. So, like, I'm not really good at, like, expressing my emotions or
Same. You're
expressing
a
how I
masker.
feel.
You're a
Yeah.
masker.
Because I got in trouble. And
It
if I was upset, then I was being a whiny baby. I get told a lot that I let my person, I don't even know what nickname I want to give him, but he and
is.
my boss told me that I need to stop stressing about things so much. But I'm also a perfectionist because I'm terrified of letting people down and disappointing people.
Right, because I mean, I don't know about your specifics, but like for me, I know like getting things right was expected, but getting things wrong, you were going to hear about
Oh, I was a smart kid, so I had to do perfect.
that.
I had
Same.
to, and that was my struggle. Sorry, y'all. I have to change this. It's bothering me. Okay. So, like, I really had to live up to these expectations that were put in front of me. And, you know, for the first 5 years of Charlotte's life, I overcompensated. But now I'm like, taking a step back, I'm like, you know what? I don't have to overcompensate. Like, I know I do a damn good job. Like, I'm quite literally doing this shit by myself.
You are absolutely.
Doing the best I can do, guys. Sometimes my kid's hair looks messy. Somebody made a comment about that. I'm like, bitch, if you want to do something about her hair, come wait a minute. Teach
Come
me
do
how to
it
lay them
then.
edges down.
Come do it then.
I
Come do
would
it
love for
then.
somebody to just come live a day, like
No.
live a week in my life. Go to work and do my job. Then use your lunch to go pick my kid up from the bus stop.
Mhm.
Bring her to work with you. Deal with her, mommy, mommy. Like my child is so attached to me. Like it's literally a problem.
Yeah, no. Yes, and people don't understand it. Like your child being that attached to you is a problem. Because like I think back on my childhood. Like did I have a great relationship with my mom? Yeah, I sure did. But like my grandparents were there. I would go to my dad's parents. I would go spend time with my aunt. Like because like I was that weird kid where like to my mom's younger siblings, I'm more like their youngest sibling more so than their niece. Because like I
My
was born when they were in like high school. They were still in school when I was born. They were not adults yet.
I remember them
So
telling me about the picture of your mom at my parents' wedding, and she just looked like so upset, like she was like stressed out the whole time, and everybody's like, she's pregnant, like she's trying to hide it.
yeah, and it's because she was hiding it. True. Yeah, like the it's kind of a joke now, but like nobody knew I existed until I was here.
Yep.
And my godmother who like so the story is when my mom went into labor, my godmother had a broken foot and stuff, so like my mom drove herself to the hospital in labor because my godmother was freaking out. And knowing my godmother, like I love her so much, she is the best. Like I can see it because like stressful situations, not her jam, not her jam.
I feel like it's gonna be my goddaughter. Well,
you know it,
I have two godkids already, and I have another one on the way. And her dad was joking with me, like, because I was like, a baby. He said, I'll give you a baby. I was like, what? He said,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna bring baby A to you. And
it'd be like that sometimes.
I was like,
Because I mean, you know, with me, like I was the cool aunt. I was never having kids. Like people are still like, you know, there are some people because I don't go out a lot. I'm kind of reclusive. Like by the time my weekends are spent at home,
I'm
usually in bed
exhausted.
because I'm tired. Yeah, I'm so tired. You know, so it was. I went to our local high school's football game Friday night, and it also was the homecoming game. Like I hadn't seen, you know, some of those people in a really long time, and they literally thought Lottie's dad and I were still together. And I was like, they asked questions about him, and they're like, well, and they said something about the house. They're like, we don't live together anymore. I was like, you know, we love each other very much. We get along very well, but we don't live together anymore. And I kind of left it at that. You know, so it's just like that's how little in the past 3 years that I've been like out in my town of less than 10,000 people.
See, I left that small town and I moved to a city and I don't know anybody. Sometimes I don't want to say I regret it, but like a bitch be lonely, y'all. If you're in Wilmington, you want to hang out, let me know. No, don't let me know because I'm not going to go
No,
probably.
no, no, no. Oh, so it's funny that you say that because like one of my coworkers who I absolutely love, I've known her since she was a little kid. She somehow has gotten a group of friends in Wilmington and spends a bunch of weekends. I'm like, no, you need to go hang out with Candice. Like, y'all will get along great.
She has a podcast.
I did. I told her. I was like, you'll have to come on one day. Because, like,
Literally.
yeah, she's real similar to us. Like, I mean, obviously she works with me, but, like, she's a middle child of a divorcee family, you know.
Well, we're the oldest kids of
And
a
she's all,
divorcee family.
we haven't brought it up yet, but, like, both of us are, how many tattoos do you have?
9.
I think I have like 10. I lose count, but I think I have 10.
I want to get a Medusa right here.
And I have my Scarlet
Did you
Begonia here.
did you see the TikTok I posted today?
No, I haven't been on social media today,
You'll
but
have to look at it. I
I
I
will.
I I lit a match and set off a bomb.
Hmm. I did get someone at the bar with my booty tattoo though.
Oh my god, I love that.
Have you seen my booty?
You sent me a picture
Yeah. Okay.
on Snapchat.
Fucking A, man.
3 for 3.
But no, I love it. Like, so everybody, you know, truth be told, you know, my, my ship should be my favorite because it's like, you know, my investment piece. It takes up my whole thigh. It took 13 hours or some bullshit. Like, it was a process.
Yeah.
But no, it's the goose or the booty is my
I
favorite.
get a lot of compliments on my stingray.
I love your stingray. And then, have you seen my unilome?
You're what?
My unilome on my sternum?
No.
Well, hold on. Can't really have a
Oh,
unilome.
those. I didn't know what those were called.
Yeah, on my sternum. And I forget about it.
Do you know the story of my
And
stingray?
no, I don't.
So, stingrays are my
I
favorite
love
animal.
tattoo tours.
So, actually, this stingray, let's see if I can get
I
close
love
enough.
it.
It has a dimple like Charlotte.
It does. I see it now. Oh my gosh.
It has a dimple on the same side that she has hers. But when I was 15, 14, 14, just turned 15, somewhere around there. No, I was 15. My pawpaw took me and Zachary fishing. And it was the same year that he died. And we were out there, and I'm holding this fishing pole. I'm getting aggravated. And I'm like, I want to go home already. I'm not catching nothing. Like, this is stupid. And he said, well, you're doing it wrong. He said, let me show you how you do it. He throws it out there. He just barely threw it out there. And he's just standing there. And he gets a fucking catch. Reels it in. And I swear to God, it was a fucking stingray. And he laid it out on the pier and he stepped on the tail and he let me pet it and stuff. And that was the last time I went fishing with him before he died. And that's why I have a stingray tank.
I love that. So we have like, in Lynchburg, which is like, across the mountain from us. And they have an aquarium in the mall, and it's a super small aquarium, but like it's, I think, like $40 or $50 for a year pass. So I've always gotten a year pass. And Scarlett, like Lottie, loves the stingrays. I have some videos of her when she's little, and like I have her in her like infant carrier, and she's like, in front of the stingray tank.
I
And it's just the
love that.
cutest thing. So yeah, like I love stingrays. And my
And
favorite
then
part of Moana, or Monana, as my niece used to call it, is the grandma, and she's like, you know,
that's my
when she
favorite
talks
scene.
about when she talks about the water and how it misbehaves, I'm like, yes, me, I'm gonna be the crazy island lady, like I already know, like I'm gonna be
Come to
the
the beach with
crazy
me.
aunt lady. I mean, truly, if it wasn't for Scarlett's dad, I would have moved already. And that's just
I
honest to
tried.
God truth. Yeah, I
I
know.
tried.
It's like, if
So
it
do you
wasn't
see
for me being a decent co-parent, I would have already moved.
see this one?
Oh, I want a moon.
It's got a fern leaf
I
in
love
it.
it.
My mama's name is Fern.
Fern, I love it.
That's her name. Who
Yeah.
Charlotte's named after is the two that these tattoos are named after. Are these two tattoos that are after
Hmm.
representative of? That's who Charlotte's named after. So
Yeah,
she's Charlotte
so
Louise Queen.
I love it. I love her name. Yeah, so
It's
to come
Old
up with
South.
Scarlett's name. Well, so to come up with, uh, so I call her Lottie a lot, which we call her Goose most of the time. I call her Lottie sometimes because that was my dad's grandma who, really helped us. And so, like, I love that the Scarlet can be nicknamed Lottie for her. But of course,
Oh,
like, 90% of the time we call her Goose. And
oh,
do you know how
Charlotte
she
is
got
Wheezy.
well, do you know how Scarlet got the nickname Goose?
I feel like you told me, but I've been drinking.
So she was like a tiny baby, like I don't know, like maybe not even a month. It seriously could have been like the very first diaper of hers that my sister changed. Because like my niece, who is your Wheezy's age, they're real close in age.
They're
Um,
buddies. They love each other.
yeah, yeah. So there hadn't been a baby since her. And she was a Miralax baby, still to this day. Like she always had potty issues. Scarlett, however, has not. And my sister is changing Lottie's diaper. And I hear her in the back, and she's like, "I just shut up, Goose." And so she has been Goose ever since.
That is so funny.
And
Oh,
that's why I have the famous Goose tattoo.
are you okay? What's wrong? You got scared?
Speaking of Louise, hey Wheezy.
He said, "Hey, caught me up. Were you scared? Yeah. What? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What? Mama Leslie wasn't there when you woke up.
I know. I'm telling you what, I know it's like 97% show, but Lottie put on the biggest crying, sobbing fit when I dropped her off with my dad and stepmom today. Like, it's plucked at my heartstrings so bad. But, like, I know as soon as I closed the door on their vehicle, she was fine. It's a 90% a show because, she calls my stepmom Meemaw. And Meemaw doesn't even call her by her name. She calls her my princess. Like, so I know, like, she gets probably treated better there than she does at home, if we're being honest. Because all the attention is on her. And, they only have her for the X amount of time. So, like, their whole schedule is just about her.
Yeah.
So,
She
like,
cries before
I
she goes to my
know,
mom's.
yeah, it's just to be dramatic. Like, why? Why do you have to do that?
I don't want to go.
Like, yes, you
But
do.
when
Why?
she
You're
sees
going to get
her,
to eat ice cream at midnight. Why?
Well, when she gets in the car, she's fine. She sees Dee Dee and
Yeah.
grab up all her stuff and gets in the car and doesn't even tell me bye. Like,
Yeah, like, why do you have to be dramatic? Like, don't put on a show just for me. It's fine. You don't have to do that.
literally, they do it for us
Okay,
every
well, I'm
time.
glad I still have at least 3 more years of this. Thanks for making me feel better about that. Appreciate you.
You know what? You can only expect honesty and truth from me. This is fun. Are you gonna do like a monthly episode with me where we check in and
I
like
would love to.
discuss our
I
dating
would love
lives
to.
that's non-existent?
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of, so you've heard me. So I think you know his real name for sure. The attorney. We're gonna
Yeah.
call him Louis. We're gonna call him Louis for podcast purposes. I talked to him this afternoon actually, and I'm like, so hey, what name do you want to go by? Da, 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 because just I know better.
I
And
got an idea. Hold on, we're gonna do this live. Call the phone. You just gave me a great idea. Hold on 1 second.
oh, I love it.
If I talk about you on the podcast, what do you want your nickname to be? Guarantee you that will be like a very quick response, guys.
I would only do it for people that like I genuinely care about because if I don't care, like I'm just gonna name drop you. And give a shit.
Sitting here watching,
Which
waiting for the red receipt. He has his red receipts on for me.
see, I turn all that because you know what? This is my mindset right now. Like I don't want people doing that to me, so I'm not gonna do it to them. I turn all that shit off. You know what? I don't even have a Facebook app on my phone.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
Like if I
we
want to
have
look at
a.
Facebook, I have to go to I have to click on my little Chrome browser on my phone and go to it.
That's insane. Not me.
I know it
We got
is.
a
It's
cameo by Bill.
like actually, I don't know if this is healthy or if it's insanity. I'm not sure at this point in life. I don't know,
Her
but
tail getting. She was gonna
I
sit there and
miss
cry
it.
until I gave
Like
her attention.
I'm for real though. Like I miss having a dog so much.
Well, I
So
think she's having
one of my
puppies. I'll bring
best
one to you.
friends. Well, one of my best friends, she's supposed to be having a baby on the 26th, but her blood pressure decided that she needed to have this baby on Monday. So Benny is coming Monday, and we're super excited.
I'm
But
still bringing you a puppy.
that's fine. But she also had a turtle, and the turtle. So the second pregnancy was kind of unexpected. They were supposed to be a one family, a one child, a solo child family, and they were blessed with a second baby, which they're super excited about. But it was just unexpected, and so their
You
guest
want to be in this
room,
so bad.
office, right? But their guest room, office, whatever, aquarium room needed to become a nursery. So Scarlett and I took the turtle. So I was listening. Was it your newest episode or one of your episodes? And they were talking about like the cat turtle. Um,
That was Lexi.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They all run together.
Is
But
she the one who?
I'm like, that's stairs.
Y'all, I have to give Erica a shout out real quick because she's listened to every single episode of this podcast. I feel like you're the only person in my family who has been there from the beginning.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's family. That's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, see, the other side of the family, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I got people on the other side of the family who listen to it and then go back and tell the rest of the family, like, yeah, I said it. Like,
I mean, trust me, if I didn't truly enjoy it, I would still listen to it, but I would probably like listen to it on mute or something like while I'm at work. But I genuinely enjoy it, so I actually listen to it, which is why we can have conversations about it. Do I remember what happens in each individual episode? No, unmedicated ADHD. But I just don't remember which episode it happens in.
so within the next couple weeks, I will be going downtown at sunset to do headshots for the podcast. And God, you gotta give me something. I'm gonna call you Big Red. No, 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 don't say that. It's a fuck. You gotta give me something.
You said Big Red. I'm a Whoa, Whitney.
Dude, that's dark.
I went straight to Bring It On. Right. Tours are number one.
We're still number one. Let me stop.
Oh.
Former cheerleader.
I love it. Speaking of ADHD, so Kirsten Dunst is going to be the connection. Have you watched? Do you have Netflix?
Yeah. I about said no.
Have you have you watched? Well, have you watched any of the Interview with the Vampire? It's an AMC series, but they put it on Netflix recently. Have
Yeah,
you watched any of Interview with the Vampire?
I have, and I actually just recently watched the original movie, and then I watched Queen of the Damned recently too, because spooky season.
So, like, I love the original. So I like the series. I'm not complaining. I'm only on. I think I watched a couple of episodes today, actually, but Lottie and I fell asleep during one. So I'm gonna put like the first season episode, like
Is
mid
it on
season, I
Paramount
think, like
Plus?
5 or 6. It's on Netflix right now, but it's an AMC show. Like Netflix
Okay,
recently got a like influx of AMC shows. So Discovery of Witches is on there right now, and that is
that's one thing I want
so
to watch.
I'm like a Harry Potter nerd, and like I love the books. I was the teenager that like would do the overnights at Barnes and Noble for the book release. Like I still to this day haven't seen all the movies, but I've read all of the books multiple times. So yeah, I'm that nerd. But Discovery of Witches, that also trilogy, and there's a fourth one now, but I haven't read the fourth one, is so good. Like it's truly like it's Harry Potter for adults, and I love it. And I canceled cable before the third series came out of this before the third season of Discovery of Witches came out. But it's all on Netflix now, and I love it. It's truly because I think you're the same way. Like when you read a book and then you want it to be like the book, the same on the screen.
Yes,
And
which makes me
that
mad
series,
because they do Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire series so out of fucking order. It pisses me off.
yeah, yeah. So like the ones on AMC, like I've, it's not even. It's just like inspired by, and that's how I think of it, and it is what it
Yeah.
is.
See, I need
But
somebody to like
the
get
Discovery
on
of
that.
Witches is so good. Like read the books, because I mean, there are definitely some differences. There's always going to be some differences,
Well,
but
I
it's
love the
such
witchy woo woo
good.
stuff. I love like
Hmm.
I
Oh
fucking
yeah,
knew it.
oh
I
yeah. I
knew it.
mean,
Guess
like
what he said? I'm not telling you the first one. Plumber. What the fuck?
oh, I'm so.
He said Big Red. That's the nickname of his truck.
You know what? That's all right. That's okay. You're gonna someday.
Wait, it's stop. Listen, I am a movie girl. I love some good movies. And one of my favorite things about Big Red is like he's also like a movie and TV guy.
Hmm.
I appreciate a man who is really into stuff like that because I am. See, my ex, Satan himself, Megamind,
Yeah.
as we call him, it was always about what he wanted to watch. Okay,
Yeah.
so like I was watching, what is it, Tony, the comedian? I'll have to send him to you. I forget what it's called. But he had me watching like a lot of stand up comedy, right? And for his birthday, I was gonna buy him tickets to a comedian because that's who I am as a person. Which I still need to get
Right.
Big Red something for his birthday. Anyways, that's beside the point. I know what I'm gonna get him, but he gotta wait. But
Hmm.
and then he went and bought him for himself, and then he took another girl, and then lied to me. He took one of his best friends.
No. No, ma'am.
Lied to me. Yes. So now, like, I love stand up comedy. But I prefer like the TikTok and Facebook reels and shorts of it. But I am very big into movies. Like he got me into Dune, and it's because I said, "Oh, let's watch Dune. It's so popular." And he was like, "That movie drug on," and just complaining about the whole fucking time. Let me tell you something. Dune is a great movie. I don't give a fuck what
It
anybody says.
is, and the books are good. I read the books a long time ago.
I was
Long time
like,
ago.
we went to see Dune 2 in theaters, and it was after we broke up, and we went that time without speaking. And it was one of the first times we hung out together trying to be friends. He's like, this is separate. Like the way he said, this is separate to the lady at the thing. I was like, damn.
And
Damn.
let's be honest, Timothée Chalamet, or however you say his name, is
Chalamet.
just the cute.
He
He
is
is just
so
the cutest
adorable.
thing. He's so cute.
And
I loved him in Little Women. Like, that is one movie that I saw in theaters and essentially cried through the entire thing. That, and I'm literally embarrassed to admit this, but it is what it is. Mamma Mia 2. Cried through the whole entire fucking movies.
listen,
Okay, I'm blaming it on the hormones. Okay?
every time I watched the original Mamma Mia, all I saw was your sister up there.
But it's the truth because there was a point in time where they essentially were identical.
Yeah, when your
Now,
sister was
not so
younger.
much. Yeah,
Now
now
not
not
so
so
much,
much.
but no, I still
There
see
was,
it.
oh, I still see it. But there
But
was,
your sister, I feel like your sister lost weight
yeah,
in
she
her
did.
face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that, okay, ow, oi, ow. This desk that I have at my pod lab, it has like the shelves attached to it. And I definitely just caught my shit on the corner of it.
Well, so the desk downstairs in the hallway that I probably should be using was actually like, I don't know,
Don't,
Thomas Jefferson's
shut
undersecretary's desk.
up!
It's like, this is his oldest.
I just said don't say it.
Truth
I literally just told you
be
not to say it.
told, well, but it's the truth. I mean, no,
Is there anything new in your house furniture-wise?
anything new in my 125-year-old house. I think Scarlett Lottie's the newest thing here. She's 3. Because truth be told, so my bedroom suit, you know, no, my bed. We bought it from Wayfair last year. My bed.
I am so glad you got a Wayfair bed in your house. Do you realize
My
that
chest
Wayfair was
of
not a
drawers in
thing?
my dresser, but my chest of drawers in my dresser
Can you go back to the
came
antique
as a
store?
whole set. No, better. Boo boo, better. I will do you one better than an antique store. I will, I will take your
The only thing that
antique
would
store and I will raise you a Habitat for
be
Humanity store for $55 for the bed, the dresser, and the chest of drawers. Circa 1930s, waterfall style. They thought the top drawer didn't open, but I did a little wiggle wiggle and sure did. But still got the bed, the chest of drawers, and the dresser for $45. The demon may or may not included. Who knows? To be determined.
I'm going to a Catholic church before I come stay with you.
Yeah. Oh, in mom's bed. Have you ever heard
on
of
my way out.
rice? Have you ever heard of rice beds? You're from South Carolina. You ain't never heard of a rice bed?
South Carolina, from Gastonia.
But you know, like they literally have like rice plants carved into them. The poster beds.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the bed that is in mom's room.
I'm not going to say it. Not going to say the thought or the question I was going to ask. Did it come from South Carolina?
I truly don't know where it came from because, of course, it came from an estate sale.
Oh, not an estate sale. Oh my god. I gotta take out one of my AirPods. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta charge
Hold
one of
on.
them.
Like, can I show you the prized possession of my bathroom?
Oh god.
Because
Do I want to know?
Well, it's a antique market find, but I call it. It's the masturbating mermaid. Look where her hand is. I have a magnet stuck to her too, but look where her hand is. She's cast iron.
It looks like something. Is it off of a pirate ship from the 1500s?
Probably. Right. You didn't know I was that white girl? So you want to know something really, really funny? Okay, so in my class, so in my classroom,
I can't show you it myself.
okay, so in my classroom, so I have to give you a little backstory. So during COVID, when they made all the schools change everything we did, we went from being self-contained classrooms into being subject. Well, no, we were all never mind. We were already subject specific. So, but because our kids had to stay like self-contained in their classrooms, us teachers rotated classrooms around so kids stayed in their rooms and we rotated to the different classrooms. So they ordered me this beautiful like teal flower cutout metal cart. All right, everybody heard me coming. They know that my specific cart made this specific noise. But now, since COVID restrictions and over whatnot, and me being the unmedicated ADHD queen that I am, I have to have at least 400 milligrams of caffeine to start my day, or my brain doesn't work. So I have an espresso machine in my classroom, and that espresso machine is on this cart, and it's on the top. And this cart has like three different like levels. And then on the top layer is my espresso machine and like some cups and my sugar-free syrups and whatnot. And then on the middle layer is some of my personal books that I keep in my classroom. It's weird shit like Norse mythology and the complete works of William Shakespeare because I'm weird.
I love that.
And then on the bottom is like some like random like notepads, notebooks, just like random things I can grab and go with. And so yeah, and it's on like this little self-contained wheeled cart. And I'm known for my cart, and it is what it is. So recently, my classroom has grown a lot, and I've gotten rid of my big, like, traditional teacher desk, and I just I have like, it's actually student desk that we've been using for students that I added some wheels to, and then I have my little cart, and everybody in the school knows me as like the espresso lady because they know that I have my little cart behind my desk. Like I will give up my desk. I will give up everything in the world, but not my espresso machine.
So I saw this new thing where when we make pots of coffee, I pour it into this little jug, like whatever's left over, I pour it into a jug and I stick it in the fridge.
Hmm.
And I'll take it to work with me and I will probably drink the whole jug in one day with how much
Right.
coffee I drink. But did you know? Well, okay, so I have anxiety horrifically.
This is Matthew's phone.
Um,
Whatever. You can blur out our last name. It's an our last name thing.
and so I don't get hyped up from coffee, but like I mentally tell myself that I need the coffee in order to get going.
I
Instead,
need it to
coffee
not
makes
have
me
a debilitating headache and kill people.
yeah, I get tired. And I recently read
Hmm.
this thing that the reason why coffee doesn't work for people with anxiety is because it has like an adverse because we're already high strung. So it's like
Hmm.
giving Benadryl to an ADHD person, essentially.
Like this is why I don't take. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I will take Benadryl, but I won't take it to sleep.
So do
I
you want to know why?
four Benadryl and got in my car and drove.
I don't take Benadryl unless I
Yeah,
have an allergic reaction. Hey, do you want to know why I was laughing so hard just now?
sure.
Okay, so remember I asked
Mhm.
about his nicknames?
Mhm.
And I'm not in love with him, but I love him to death. Like he be tripping me out. So he said, "Big D, Big Red, or Plumber?" I said, "Plumber?" Question mark. He said, "Because I'm a professional pipe player."
If he says that, he's definitely not.
Oh,
Is he? I mean, he might be.
I mean, do you want me to go there?
I mean, I'm cool to go if you want to go.
I have zero complaints. Zero complaints.
Yeah, I love that because it's truly nothing worse than like a guy to talk himself up and be like, Yeah, well, you know what? I have a middle finger that can do a way better job than you just did. So, rid of me of that joker.
See, the thing that makes me mad is like he talks down about himself in some ways, and I yell at him for it.
Oh no, we don't talk ourselves down either. Absolutely not.
No. I mean, I do it to myself all the time.
I mean, yes, I do it to myself, but you don't do it to yourself. Like,
Like
I do
today he
it.
told me
Oh look,
we were
so
talking.
I'm out of the flavor that I want, so like I'm gonna do a mix and match. I told you about those like my
Oh
local brew.
yeah,
So
the Smash.
I'm very super blessed to like live in an area where so we have the one we got to do this when you come visit the 151 Trail, and it's a bunch of breweries, wineries, and distilleries.
Yeah,
But
give me drunk.
the within like 10 miles from me, these bad boys are brewed, and I love me some Devil's Backbone. 'Cause yeah, you had Devil's Backbone at the country club, right?
No, we had it at local where this is Loco Joe's. If you're in North
Right.
Carolina, especially Eastern North Carolina, try out Loco Joe's because I'm going to go ahead and tell you they have incredible drinks and incredible egg rolls. And their Boom Boom cauliflower is like my favorite thing in the entire world.
I'm such a sucker for some egg rolls. I love egg
These egg
rolls.
rolls are massive. I'll send you a picture of it. We'll have to ride down there. You can drive because I
Yeah.
don't like driving. I get anxiety.
Oh, see. So, do you want to know what your grandfather did to me when I had a learner's permit? You know their lovely Mark III conversion van that they had for 11 years?
Oh, you mean the one I
He
learned
could
how to
have.
drive?
Yeah, did he teach you how to drive for that in DC though?
Well, it was Stafford and a lot more busy. It was when I was 21, and I was driving that van to Quantico and back, and I was not okay. I don't know. We didn't go to DC, but still.
Oh no, no, no! He literally parked it like in front of one of the like natural history museums or something DC, and he's like, "Okay, you can drive us
Oh
home."
my God.
So if you wonder why I like tick and twitch and shit, that's why. It's your grandfather's fault. No, not really. But that's that's how I learned to drive.
You know,
So if you wonder
I
why I don't give a shit, because I will run over you in my Honda Civic with 200,000 miles on it. Like I will run over you. Don't think I won't, because it is in fact a Mark III conversion van. You can't tell
my
me any different.
grandfather, he's one of my favorite human beings, like ever,
Oh,
ever, ever.
absolutely,
He when
absolutely.
I did my presentation and I gave you guys about Charlotte and the food, he was so tickled, Erica, like so freaking tickled.
Oh yeah, no, I was like finally I was tickled, but at first like I was like you don't
Oh, you
know
were
because
raging. No, bitch, you
I
were
was
raging.
ready to drive to Wilmington and like beat up some elementary school kids.
And then like
Because
it,
yeah,
but the grandmother was like, well, maybe they think that her mom's Mexican because she doesn't look mixed.
she doesn't. She's very dark complected. She has beautiful skin.
Yeah, she said today, Erica, you're gonna die. She said, Mama, Didi told me she gotta go to the gym so she can look like my skin because my mom goes to Planet Fitness and goes tanning. And I said, well, I
But
wish I could look like your skin too, baby.
I got the tanning in my Planet Fitness skin too. But it don't matter how many times I lay in that tanning bed. My ginger ass will never be tan
I was gonna
ever.
say, because you're
But I
ginger.
tell you what, if I could like get my freckles to like connect
Pop.
and like smear together and blend together, I'd have bomb ass skin. But nah, we just rusted.
Well,
We just all rusted bitch over here.
my back looks like a tortilla.
I believe it.
This was fun. We went 2 hours.
Yeah.
It'll go by faster. The way he does it, it'll go by faster. And all of our pauses will be cut out.
So
It's
like,
awesome.
right. Well, but it's like seriously, like we've gone off on some crazy tangents because it's just us. I mean,
Yeah.
we truth be told, we should have just recorded our 4 hour long phone conversation last weekend.
You know,
Because that was some unhinged shit. Like
we were really
that
on the
was
phone for
great.
4 hours.
Right.
I,
And
I
like I
sent
don't
that
do that.
I sent that screenshot to the plumber, and I was like, damn, we beat our conversation at one time because me and him were on the phone for like 3 hours one time. Honestly, when he and I talk on the phone, it's less than, or it's more than, it's always more than 30 minutes.
So
It's never
like,
less than
but
30 minutes.
in all seriousness though, like, what's next for you in your dating agenda, in your dating?
I don't know, man. I know what I want.
What do you want?
This is going to be for the simple fact that I even asked him that question. This is going to be the episode you listen to. Watch.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you know what I want.
And I love that because you know what you want. And I think that that's truly my problem is I don't know what I want. Because this is where I'm at. Scarlett, like, I feel like you want someone that can be a father figure for your daughter. And I don't need that. I want someone that's there for, like, I don't want to say I could care less about my daughter in this situation because that's not true. But with the father type scenario, she's already taken care of. She doesn't need that. So, like, the next relationship that I get into, like, do I want him to love my daughter and be supportive of her? Yes. But he does not need to replace a father figure in any sort of way because she already has that. So like, I need the next
the bonus
male figure. I need him to be for me, not for her, because she already has that support.
See, my thing
And
about
truth be told, my father is a huge support for me as well. Like, we talk every single day, multiple times a day. You know, it is what it is. You know, we'll talk later, and I think you will understand, and he understands, and everybody understands why we aren't together. And if things were differently, we would have 1000% be together. But this is why we can't be together, and it is what it is, and we love each other despite.
with my
Because
situation, like, I already know that he can be there for me because he has been. He is someone that I know that I can call and vent to. 9 times out of 10, he's going to tell me to stop worrying about what other people think because he knows, like, I let what people think get to me really bad. I don't know why it's so hard for me to talk about it. I don't know why it's so hard for me to, like, see, I'm not good at expressing my feelings. It's probably going to cut off.
oh, do we have a time limit?
No. Okay. I think it was my Wi-Fi. No, we don't have a time limit. I mean, I have a monthly limit. It's okay. If I go over, I just pay for it. Support the podcast, guys. I just need to call it a podcast cash app. Like, y'all want to support?
No, but so, like, in different issues, but like different sides of the same coin, essentially. Like, I think we kind of the same but different reasons for, like, not really getting into a relationship. Like, we're good on our own. We don't
because
necessarily
it's hard
need
for
anybody.
me. No, it's not just that.
We're used. We have to
expect for them to
want
be like
somebody.
him. Yeah, I expect them to
Yeah.
because I'm able to talk to him about anything and everything. Like, I expect it to be like that for any guy who might possibly have the chance with me.
Mhm.
And when they don't, I get irritated because if you know me, I'm a very vocal person. Damn it, I got a fucking
Right.
podcast.
Same. Right. Same. I mean, I don't have a podcast, but like, I'm just kind of like an open book. Like, I don't have anything to hide. Like, there's nothing that I do in my day-to-day life that I don't care to share, pretty much, for the most part. It is what it is.
I know what I want, and if they don't measure up to that, and it's not even like it's who he is as a person to me. And everybody gets frustrated because of the situation. Ooh, I was about to be. I almost recorded that. Let's not do that. Let's not send the
I
voice
mean,
note.
it happens.
I don't know what I was talking about, man.
It happens. There's that ADHD thing. It's that our last name curse.
It is.
You know what? We get Dolly Parton, but no brain cells. It is what it is. I'll take
And
it.
you know what? Nobody believes me. Thank you. Tell them about Dolly Parton.
I'll take Dolly Parton, but no brain cells for 1200, Alex. Thank you.
Tell them about Dolly Parton. Why we say Dolly Parton. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hold on. You're freezing up, but I think it's just buffering on my end, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Tell them why we say
Okay.
Dolly Parton.
So, I don't know about your childhood specifically, but like my childhood was spent literally walking through graveyards with my grandfather and your grandfather, touching fucking tombstones, researching our genealogy, because this wasn't pre spit in a tube and it does everything for you days. Not that we've all spit in the tube and it's done everything. Not that we have, we've all spit in
Yeah.
the tube and it's done everything.
Oh.
But yeah, no, what is it? And the Hartsel and the other cemetery in Tennessee that they go to a couple of times a year. I thought about those and the flooding and stuff recently. Like, I feel like they're elevation enough that they're okay, but I've still wondered about them. Because, like, I know our very elderly cousin that lives in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area, she was good and she was okay during all this crazy flooding and stuff that's happened due to Helene.
So tell them about Dolly Parton.
I don't remember how the exact ancestry, but I mean it's a distant cousin, but I don't give a fuck. Distant is distant. DNA is DNA, bitch. We share DNA.
Everybody doesn't believe me whenever I tell them that Dolly Parton's my cousin.
Yeah, I mean it's super distant, but I don't give a fuck. It's ancestry DNA reportable, right? It's ancestry DNA reportable. Like, do I expect anything from it? Absolutely not. But is it like a cool thing to like two truths and a lie and the icebreaker game with? Yes.
Great grandma and grandfather's great grandma were sisters, I think.
Yes, I think you're right. That, like, so Dolly Parton, and then my other favorite, like, through our lineage relation.
That's where we get.
Yeah, girl. Well, no, you got it. I really don't. Mine got smaller after having Lottie, truth be told.
Well, gravity got mine because I breastfed.
So you want to hear a fun fact? So when I was pregnant, Motherhood Maternity did like this great sale, it was like $10 a piece for nursing bras. Did I nurse my child? No, she would not latch. She was formula fed. Y'all hate me, whatever, hate me. I don't care. But my child is brilliant. She speaks more fluently than some 6 years old that I know, and she's just turned 3. So whatever. And she can dress herself and wipe her own butt. So hate me for formula feeding my child. But yeah. I am still rocking a circa 2020 motherhood maternity nursing bra that I never even used to nurse, because since having her, like, I've ordered so many bras and bought so many bras, and they're not comfortable. And I hate bra shopping because it's like I'm in between sizes so much. So like, yeah, these motherhood maternity nursing bras that I never even nursed in are my favorite bras to this day, 4 years later.
I just had an ADHD
And it's probably because I only wear them like when I'm in the comfort of my own home, so they've essentially never been worn, and that's why they're so comfortable. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Like, if they don't bring them up because like gravity and breastfeeding.
Yeah.
I had an ADHD thought.
What is it?
Could you imagine if I got Dolly Parton on my podcast?
It would be the coolest thing ever. I would so want to be on there.
Like, bro, we're family.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, have you, like, I love how, like, our family, because, you have, like, your mom's side that you've done some research into. And
they are nowhere as cool as I swear, our side.
The Matthew, our grandfather, our grandparents' side is just, they're wild, man. Like, them. So,
train robbers.
The Wreckers, the song, Have you ever heard Crazy People? They talk about like train robbers and something train robbers and drunks and drug dealers. I'm like, oh, are you? Are we?
Like literally, we had train robbers, Dolly Parton. I feel like let's see, they ran with Jesse James, didn't they?
It was one of them. It was one of them, yes.
It
And
wasn't
then
Billy the
if you
Kid.
go
I'm
even,
pretty sure it was Jesse James they ran with.
I think so. It was one of the more famous like Western kings. And then if you go even back further, or however many generations, grandfather was Queen Elizabeth the First spy master. So like, no wonder we're nosy. It's literally
I didn't know
we,
that.
yeah, Sir. What is it, Sir Walter Washington or something? You'll have to ask our family guru because I'm terrible with names. It's like Walshingham or
Is that
something.
my
One of those old.
grandfather?
Yeah, it's our
Okay.
shared last name side. Yes,
Yeah.
but he was QE1's like spy master. So I mean,
Damn.
it's like obviously genetic to be as nosy as we are. So have you ever done the trick? Do you ever get like phone calls and stuff from numbers that you have no idea who they are? Do you put them into Venmo or Zelle to see if they come up with a name?
Cash App.
Okay, so it's the same thing. I do Cash App, Venmo, Zelle.
So
So
okay.
I'm okay. Either it's genetic or we're just psychopaths. I'm not sure.
So I when
I'm
okay
I'm
I
blaming Sir Walter.
prefer for like if I meet a guy or start talking to a guy, I will not give them my cash or my cash app. Give me my cash app. I won't give them my Snapchat or my Instagram or my Facebook. Like you can give me your number, so that way I can put it in the cash app,
Do
get
you
your
give him your number?
name.
Or do you have a Google number that you give him?
I give them
Because I
my
have a
number.
Google number. Oh no, I have a Google number that I give people.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
You sign up for Google Voice and then give you a phone number.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I get their number. I put it
And
into
I
Cash
love
App. It
it. I love it. And I like have to reinstall Google Voice for some reason. I'm like, God, and I love it. I'm so proud of you that you never answered any of these messages.
I have a list of cockroaches in my phone.
And that's why I gave him that number. Because I'm like, I never want to talk to you, but I also don't want you to bother me. So here's this number.
I brought. I make them cockroaches because it's just so. Except for Megamind, I changed his name to Megamind and then changed his contact picture to Megamind.
Okay. Oh, so we went, well, like when we went to like our normal family vacation, like at the beach.
Uh huh.
So I had told you, like, I had, mentioned to this person that I was talking to about coming.
Yeah.
And, like, he had said, like, it's your family, which I understood because, like, he had
Are you
not
talking about
met my
Louis?
grandparents yet. No, 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 no. Louis met
Oh.
my grandparents. He's met my whole family.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he's seriously been around for, like, almost 10 years.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he's met everybody at some point. Like, he's a permanent fixture. Like, um, Lottie calls him Uncle whatever
Yeah.
because like and like she's seen him. I don't think she actually remembers seeing him in person, but like we'll FaceTime and stuff, and so and it is what that.
Yeah.
But he has always been around as in her life, even before she was born. Like he was the one person like Lottie father knew about. Like this, he is here. He is, no matter what happens, he is my person. And in a lot of ways, I feel blessed because Lottie's father is my person in a lot of ways, and then I have Louis too, which I feel like if he and I, so the way he and I met, the way Louis and I met was on Tinder. It was on Tinder. We tell people we met at the Palms, which is a local bar in town, because that's where we had our actual first in-person meeting.
Technically, that's
But
where y'all
he
met.
was, Right, but he had just graduated from law school in our town, and like he was practicing for the bar and stuff. And like, I feel like if we would have met earlier in life, but like we met in a transitional time for both of us, that it was just there, like we were never together, but we were never not together at the same time. Like he was always there. We've always been in communication. Still to this day. Like I talk to him, it's hours between our communication, not even days usually. And it's been that way since 2016.
I told the plumber once, I was like, I wish we had met at a different time.
Yeah.
Because we met when I wasn't healed from Megamind.
Yes.
And I feel like the person he is didn't deserve to have to see me as a person during that time, because I was just trying to find someone to show Megamind, like, that I could move on. But
Yeah.
he ended up being,
I
honestly,
totally get it.
he's an important person to me. Like, he's a very important person to me. And despite, in the end, if we don't end up together, whoever I do end up with, they're just gonna have to suck it up, because he'll forever be a part of my life, because he is a very good friend to me. In
Right.
the
Like
end, he is
if I
very,
didn't
very good friend.
if I did not have a sister, like he would be the best person in my wedding. Like, like that type of deal.
Yeah. And you know what sucks? I was gonna have, if I ever got married, I was gonna have my best friend Brittany as my matron of honor, but now my sister's married.
Well, your sister don't like me, so there's that.
Me?
No, your sister doesn't like me.
Doesn't like you?
Yeah.
She don't have a problem with you.
So, you know why we had an argument though, right? And like, I genuinely was not being ugly. Like, she had posted something about prayer in school, and I'm like, well, because I work in schools, and I'm like, well, if your child's being denied prayer, like that's not okay, because like the school can't lead prayers supposedly, but like kids are supposed to be allowed to pray within school. So like, and
Oh,
it
she
just
probably
got
don't
like
even remember.
blown,
She don't have a problem
and
with
it
you.
just
She
got
probably doesn't
blown
even
out of
remember.
all. Well, it was something her dumbass ex-husband posted anyway. But I
Yeah.
was just like, I was just trying to say, like, if this is in fact happening, like,
Are you still friends with him
you
on
know,
Facebook?
oh God, I was never friends with him on Facebook. The only friend I had was like, when they had that joint account.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and then like after that whole thing, and it was something about like, and and I don't even know, and I was like, I truly wasn't like trying to be ugly. Like I was just trying to say, like, if this is in fact happening, yes, it is a problem, and you need
Yeah.
to do something about it.
Yeah.
Cause like,
See,
yeah,
I can't speak on that situation. We'll save that for after about him. He brought, oh God, I really want to tell you. I really want to tell you now. A person brought my mother's mugshot into a custody hearing. He sent it to the judge.
ew, that's just messy. That's
And so
just
that the
messy.
mother, and so that the mother of that
No,
child,
that's
of
just
his child,
messy.
has poor judgment about who she allows around her daughter. And the judge's like, that's her grandmother.
Mm,
Her mugshot from 10 years ago at that.
I just cannot.
You really went and Googled that shit.
That's just and maybe it's because like Lonnie's father's messy. Like he has a past, and I knew when he and I got together he had a past. And like his the so Scott Lottie has two older brothers. One is like 19, and one is in like ninth or 10th grade in high school. So they're significantly older than her. But like when Lottie's dad and I first got together, like I was pregnant, like 6 months pregnant, and had to go to court and be like, yeah, we're serious. Like, do you see this belly? Like that's his baby. But and the thing is like I've known the mother of his other two kids like since we were kids. Curse and blessing of small town. But also, once she realized it was me and he and I were serious and whatnot, like they got along better and they started to have a better relationship.
That's good.
And, now she is they were never married. So I almost said remarried. Her and Lottie's father were never married. But she is now married. She's doing great. She and I are on good terms. I don't know what terms they are on, but I'm just going to say, in my mind, for my peace of mind, they are on good terms. Baby daddy's oldest son works for him, and they went to pick up a car and stuff today. So it's good. We
Yeah,
like it.
I love good, healthy co-parenting and relationships. So we are at 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we're gonna have to schedule for another episode because, bro, we're so much alike it just flows. Do
I
you
know, I
want
love it.
to plug any of your social media, your TikTok or anything?
Let me. All right, can I be super weird and be like, let me look at it and tell you what my handle is? Let me see. I am at Ginger10. So at Ginger1088 on TikTok. Let me look at Instagram. Like, I'm so bad at social media because, like, I'm so just like, I don't know, so busy with my. I don't really
It's
do
a part of one of
social
my
media.
jobs. I can't help it.
I know, like, I know I wish, like, I would love to be more involved, but I feel like also there's nothing happening to be social media worthy at the same time. So, like, if
My
y'all get
lord.
all of a sudden flooded everybody about me being on this podcast, yes, I'm going to annoy you with it because it's the only thing significant I've done in my life in the past 4 years other than have a baby. So, it is what it is. But I am EB Matthews 88 on Instagram.
All right. Until next time, everybody.
Yeah, I hope to come back. We'll have to talk some more spooky stuff for sure.
Yeah, let's do a spooky episode. We'll plan it.
I
I
love
love
it.
spooky.
I
I
know.
love
I want to get
spooky.
on that Halloween episode.
God, you should do it with us.
Yeah, I want to, for real.
Okay, I'll let you know when we're recording and I'll talk to her about it and I'll send you the ones that are still open for claim on the urban legends. You'll do research. Since
That's
you went to
fine.
college, you
And I
got
mean,
this.
yeah, well, and also, like, I live in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, so,
Yes, too.
I have a lot of shit going myself.
You should do the Brown Mountain. Is it Brown Mountain Lights?
The Brahma, yeah, that's one of the ones I grew up with.
You should do that one.
For sure, because my mom and papa. Oh, so real quick before we get off, so I told you about, like, I was sitting beside these two cadets from our local military institute,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was from, like, our family's area of North Carolina, and I just thought that was fun. Her
Oh.
sister was a CPS worker in Gaston County. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Bless her
Like,
heart.
sorry, girl, I'm sorry. Bless your heart.
She stayed busy.
Anyway, yeah,
I
I
love
love it.
you.
Like, you see your sister.
I love you so much. Let's reconnect again.
Yeah. All right. Love you. We'll have to do
I
this again
love
soon.
you.